Well, here it is, getting close to an end of another year. The news is full of, oh, I'll be so glad when this year is over and we get to 2021. What they're saying is that they are not happy where they are. And in so saying, they're saying that 2021 will be exactly what they bring to it. All the negativity, all the questions, all the challenges, they're going to bring it with them. Because that's the space that they're in. And going from 20 to 21 is one day, 1 minute, a very short period of time. Lots of things have been challenging this year. The negativity in our country, politically, the energy is negative. Then comes the COVID virus. And all of that illness presented to us on a daily basis is filled with negativity. The number of people who have gotten sick and the number of people who have died. We hear very little of the positive. And that is the same energy we will be taking into the new year. If that's where we are, I would hope that that's not where you are. That you are not just looking forward to New Year because it's a new year, but because of the challenges and the opportunities that we envision that we're going to have, which are good and are positive. Yes, I'm looking forward to the new year, but I am not wasting away a minute of 2020. 2020 for me has been an incredible, wonderful year, full of new things, of new energies, of new visions, of new opportunities. It has been a wonderful year. And of course, a big part of that has been that I was able to marry a wonderful, wonderful woman in Janine. But that's not the only thing. There are lots of other things that have been positive in the year. Enough of that for the moment. A couple of days ago, I got an email from a woman who has been a part of my life on a peripheral basis for many years. She was a little girl when I was the minister at a church in the 1950s. And the reason for this contact was that her 34-year-old daughter had fallen down a flight of stairs in the dark and has subsequently died. She hadn't died when I talked to her and her husband and prayed with them, but it wasn't long. But the interesting thing about it was that when I checked on them, they were at that moment trying to find out what they could do for organs and organ transplants, and that this wonderful woman who was making her transition would be living on in some other people in this world. We think of the other side of that we live on in spirit, but that also reflects on the fact that we have a physical contact, whether it be with that person or it's the idea. Big thing is when we look at tragedies and look at things that are happening, we don't look at moments like this when, boom, a life is sniffed. We're thinking more about what's going to happen if we get the virus and if and that and so on. And we live in that kind of anticipation. And I'm sure that with this woman and her parents, the farthest thing from their minds was that there would be a sudden death in the family. We don't know. But we shouldn't be living in fear and frustration and anticipation of the negative. Whether it happens or not, we don't know. But we do know that if we live within our hearts joy and peace, sharing, understanding, how much greater our lives will be until that time when we're summoned. It's attitude. I want to share with you something that Janine and I share every morning. This is the way we start our day. We're sitting at our coffee table looking out the window at the beautiful Tampa Bay and doing our morning ritual in the sunshine of Florida. This is the first thing that we share as we read. I am my I am presence, and I am one with my Father, Mother, God. In loving gratitude, I accept my gift of life. And then I say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I ask my I am presence to consecrate every thought, word, feeling, and action that I express throughout this day. With divine love and infinite gratitude, thank you for the opportunity to add my light to the light of the world. How can I have a bad day starting my day that way? It's impossible. Nothing could affect me. Negatives could, but nothing could take that away. We live in God's presence. And I pray for you that you do too. Every day with ourselves and with God is an amazing, wonderful blessing. And may it carry you through the balance of this year and on into the next part of your life, whatever it may be. God is with you now, and know that he will be with you in the new year. God bless you.